Good morning, everybody. So, all of you, please wait for some time. So we can start our class after a few minutes. Okay. Good morning. This is Ganesh. Okay, we can start our session now. So, I hope my voice is audible to everyone. So, now I try to share my screen now. So, I hope all of the members able to see the screen also. Am I right or not? So, please respond anyone through chat box. So, is it my voice is audible at the same time screen is visible or not? So please send me one message. Respond anyone, please. May I continue my session? Is it my voice is audible? Oh, I think all of the members able to. Okay. Please respond anyone. So may I continue my session? Okay, I hope my voice is audible to everyone. So I try to continue my session now. No one is giving me any one of the response at least. Okay. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Mahendra. Okay, in the last class, we're discussing about uh, reconstructing the documenting the software architecture. So we also know about what is the purpose of documentation. So that means when any one of the developer designing some software and that is delivered to the end users, then should be submit the documentation also. Why? Because there is no possibility each and every time. So developer or maybe the designer. So that type of the person is not having the possibility to maintain the interaction with the end user each and every time. So that's the problem. So if any type of the situation, any type of the problem is arised, so during the running of that software, so then that problem is recovered by end user So with the help of documentation. So that means in the documentation, we try to specify each and everything. So how to recover the problems and how to face the situation. For example, maybe different types of situations, whatever it may be. So we try to include so different types of different types of solutions in that documentation. Then that will be helpful to recover the problems. So if you observe here, documentation speaks for the architect. So it speaks for the architect today. So when the architect should be doing other things besides answering 100 questions about the architecture. So that means in which type of you are forming that structure. So what is the purpose of the particular module? So for example, maybe how to collect the reports. So how in this type of way, so the documentation will be helpful for so more number of questions. So which are occurring during that execution of the particular software. Okay, and it speaks for the architect tomorrow. So it will be also handled for the tomorrow situation also when he or she has left the project and now someone else is in charge of its evaluation and maintenance. So that means in some type of situations some new persons are allocated to run that particular module. So that means here maybe the chance, am I right or not? So maybe new persons are allocated in that particular previous position. So at the demo the situation, he doesn't know about the software and how to operate the software and how to solving the problems if any problems are occurred during the execution of software. So at the demo the situation, this documentation will be more helpful to recover the problems. Okay, so fundamentally architecture documentation has three uses. So those are architecture documentation serves as a means of education. So the main purpose of giving the documentation is giving the knowledge about that particular software. The educational use consists of introducing people to the system. So that means it will be introduce the pupil to the system. The pupil may be new members of the team, external analysts, or even a new architect. In many cases, the new person is the customer to whom you are showing our solution for the first time. Presentation you hope will result in funding go ahead approval. So that means here, so different types of people work in the particular software. So at the demo situation, how to handle that type of the users. Okay, so the type of the thing also delivered. And second thing is architecture documentation serves as a primary vehicle for a communication among stakeholders. So that means here the stakeholder means we can consider any type of the person. So maybe the practitioner or maybe the developer, maybe the administrator, so maybe the end user. Okay, so whatever it may be, so here we will be considered as a stakeholder. So it will be providing some communication between them. So how to handle the stakeholders, how to maintain the communication. So this will be provide some communication. An architecture's precise uses a communication vehicle depends upon which stakeholders are doing the communicate. Okay, and the third one is architecture documentation serves as the basics for the system analysis and construction. Architecture tells implements what to do, what to implement. Each module has interfaces that must be provided and uses interfaces from other modules. Not only does this provide instructions about the provided and used interfaces, okay, but it also determines with what other teams development team for the module must communicate. So that means here, so we try to include, so how many number of modules are there, so what is the purpose of the module, so how we are using this type of the module. So each and everything, so we try to giving the description about each and everything in a software that will be represented in the form of documentation. Okay, so next topic is reconstructing the software architecture. I think this is the last topic of this unit. Okay, I think the name is implies. Here we are performing the reconstruction. So when we are performing the reconstruction, so whenever occurring some problems in the existing one, then we try to reconstruct. So that means which type of problems are occur. So that means before designing any type of the software, so definitely the software developer, so maybe having some idea about the goals. So which type of goals to be met by this software. So for example, if that if the situation is not happened, then try to reconstruct the software again. So why? Because we also know about this. So when we are designing some software, so initially we try to collect which type of data is required to forming that software. So next, according to the collected data, we try to design the software in which type of way it will be designed, in which type of way it will be appeared. So whatever it may be our goals, those are included into the design also. Why? Because if it is not in the design, we are not able to implement. Am I right or not? So so we try to include the constraints or maybe goals. So whatever it may be in the design phase. So next, so whatever it may be, we are consider whatever it may be our plan. So according to our plan, try to implement that plan. So that is nothing but coding. So next, we try to perform some tests, whether it is meets the requirements of the users or not. So next, we try to giving the end users. We also know about this. So after submitting the end users, we try to receive feedback. So, for example, if it is not satisfied or if it is not meets the expectations of the users, then we try to reconstructing the software. At the time of the situation only, we try to reconstruct. So that means this is also referred as reverse engineering. So that means engineering means nothing but we try to prepare something, so modify something according to our goal. So reverse engineering means we try to repeating from the goal to the initial state. Okay, so goal to the initial state. So there is nothing but reverse engineering. So if you observe here, architecture reconstruction is an interpretive, interactive, and iterative process involving many activities. It is not an automatic. So here, architecture reconstruction is an interpretive, so an interactive and iterative process. So that means it is an iterative process, continuous process. So each and every time we try to deliver something, then we try to perform the some modifications. So according to that feedback, try to perform the some modifications and try to verify whether we are meet the expectations of the users or not. So this is interactive session also, and it is an interpretive session also. Okay, so it is not an automatic, it requires the skills, attention of both reverse engineering expert, the architect, or someone who has substantial knowledge of this architecture. So that means here involves architects, developers, or maybe the designers, whatever it may be, who are interacting with the software to developing the software architecture. So all these persons are involved and try to performing the reverse engineering. So largely because architectural constructs are not represented explicitly in the source code. So there is no programming language construct for layer or connector or other architectural elements so that we can easily pick out of a source code file. So architectural patterns, if used, are seldom labeled. So please wait here 1 minute. Please wait here 1 minute. Okay, thank you. Uh, okay. Actually, there is no programming language to construct in this type of way. So in which type of way we are forming the software, the same steps try to uh, repeat the from last step to the first step. So that means here we try to verify in each and every phase. So whether we are try to correct in the design or maybe they try to correct in the test, or maybe try to correct in the code, or maybe try to correct in the requirements. So in this type of way, so our search process moves from goal state to the initial state. Okay, so instead architectural constructs are realized by many diverse mechanisms in implementation, usually a collection of functions, classes, files, objects, and so forth. So that means here, so we try to performing the search on different types of the things, functions, classes, files, objects, and so forth. So when a system is initially developed, its high level design architectural elements are mapped to implementation elements. So that means here, so when a system is initially developed, its high level design architectural elements are mapped to the implementation elements. Therefore, when we reconstruct those elements, we need to apply the inverse of the mappings. So that means whatever it may be our goal. So that means in the case of initial stage, how we are implementing the software from the initial state to the goal state. So that means here we try to map the situation, right? So in the same way, so for example, if it is not mapped to the exact goal, then we try to map the goal to the initial state. So that means in some type of situations, we need to include some other things. So to achieve our goal. So what we are achieved. So whether we are achieved or not. So which type of things are necessary. So these type of things are considered. Okay, coming up with those require architectural insight, familiarity with compiler construction techniques and utilities such as grep, SCD, AWK, Perl, Python, and Lexical Yak parser is also important. So that means here we are using different types of techniques to search our required functionality. So by using filters or maybe the compilers or maybe the parsers, so different types of the things here, if you are observed here, so here mentioned some type of the filters. grep is one filter, sed is one filter, awk is one filter, and perl is one language, python is one language. So different types of things are necessary. So when we are performing the reconstruction, the results of the architectural reconstruction can be used in several ways. If no documentation exists, or if it is out of date, the recovered architectural representation can be used as basics for the documentation architecture. So that means here the reconstruction can be also based upon to the documentation. So in the documentation here we are verifying, so try to maintain each and every details. So this approach can be also used to recover as built architecture to check conformance against as designed architecture. Okay, the assures us that our maintenance or developers for that matter have followed the architectural edits and set forth for them and are not eroding the architecture, breaking down the abstractions, bridging layers, compressing the information, hiding, and so forth. So the reconstruction can also be used as the basics for analyzing the architecture or as a starting point for re-engineering the system to a new desired architecture. Finally, the representation can be used to identify the elements for reuse to establish an architecture based software product line. So nothing but here we are verify so which type of things are necessary. So we try to analyze the architecture from the starting point. Okay, so architecture reconstruction has been used in variety of projects ranging from MRI scanners to public telephone switches and from helicopter guidance systems to classified NASA systems. It has been used to redocument the architecture for physics, simulation systems, for understand architectural dependencies, embedded control software, mining machinery, to evaluate the conformance of satellite ground systems implementation to its reference architecture, to understand different systems in the automotive industry. Okay, so that means here architecture reconstruction. So use it into the NASA systems also. So at the demo the situation here, we can use it into the different types of the applications also. Okay, so next, so which type of activities are performed in the reconstruction? I think the name is implies. How do we are start the reconstruction? For example, maybe we are considered on building. So maybe we try to build one building. Okay, so just we try to assume through one example. Okay, just we are constructing one building, but in that building we are not able to get the some particular our goal. So maybe bedroom is not expanded, or maybe we try to include some other room for prayer. So like that. So maybe so these are not achieved into the existing building. Then how to recover that problem? We try to reconstruct that. So that means reducing some specimens and try to increase the some specimens, and we try to achieve our goal. So that means here mapping from goal to the initial state. So whatever it may be required first, so that will be considered. So next, from that criteria, we try to move the position back to the initial state. So in that type of, we try to reconstructing the building. So in the same way, software also. So first of all, verify whether we are achieving our desired functionality. So whether we are reaching our desired goal. So if it is not achieved, then we try to first of all base our goal. So according to the goal, which type of things are necessary? So in which type of area we try to perform the modification? So those type of things are, first of all, identify those type of things. Next, we try to perform required activities. So generally, so reconstruct activities. So maybe the following activities are done into the reconstruction activities. So if you observe here, software architecture reconstruction comprises the following activities carried out iteratively: information extraction, database construction, view fusion, recon. I think we are easily understand. So how to perform the reconstruction from this diagram. So if you are observe here, so view extraction. So in the view extraction here, we are verifying how to observe the data. So next reconstruction. Okay, next documentation, next presentation. So next view fusion. So here mainly we are consider the 4 steps. So those are information extraction, database construction, view fusion, and reconstruction. So that means these 3 steps are needed for to performing the reconstruction. So initially extracting the information, next database construction, next view fusion. So next finally performing the reconstruction. Okay. So first of all, we try to see so in which type of we are doing the things in that particular phase. So information extraction. The purpose of this activity is extract information from various sources. So that means here. So first of all, identify which type of things are necessary, which type of modifications are performed. So which type of things are pending. So all these are observed here. So that is information extraction. Okay, next database construction. Database construction involves converting this information into standard form of such as the Regis standard form tuple based data format in the form of relationship entity 1, entity 2, and SQL based database format which the database is created. So uh, that means here, so according to the requirements, so that means which are pending, so which are we are not, we are achieved. So those type of things are will be considered into the standard form of the comments. So that is nothing but database construction. And next one is the view fusion. So view fusion combines the information of database to produce coherent view of architecture. So that means it will be combines the information which is in the database. So that will be produced to the architecture. And finally, reconstruction. The reconstruction activity is where the main work of building abstractions and various representation of data generated architecture representation takes place. So finally, you try to perform in the documentation also. Okay, if you are observed here, so better you try to explain each and every topic with some diagram. So why? Because in the exam point of view, so just only we are having the 3 hours to write the 5 questions, but examiner having the time to correct the each and every paper within 3 minutes. So he can't try to. Uh, he's not able to read the whatever it may be you are present in the paper. So just he can understand through points, or maybe if you maintain neat writing. So if you mention with the neat diagrams, so if you mention with the points, so if you mention like as a paragraphs, then these type of representation only he can able to understand easily. But in that representation also, pictorial representation is the best way to giving the concept to the others. Okay, so better you try to include some diagram for each and every topic. At least you try to maintain that data flow diagram. Okay, so, or maybe some block diagram. Okay, whatever it may be. So better you try to include some diagram for every topic. Then it will be easily understand to the others. Okay, if you are observing this diagram here, we are initially we are performing the extraction. So next, whatever it may be, we are extracting that information that will be collected into the database. Next, that will be collected into the view fusion, and finally that will be sent to the reconstruction. So after performing the reconstruction, then again modifying the documentation. So next, the documentation will be submitted to the end users. Okay, in this type of way, so reconstruction will be done here. So these type of activities are performed. So the reconstruction process needs to have several people involved. These include person doing the reconstruction and one or more individuals who are familiar with the system being reconstructed. So that means who are needed. So for example, maybe the architects, or maybe the developers, or maybe the software engineers. So in some type of situations, some maybe end users also. So all these persons are needed to reconstructing the software. The reconstruct or extracts the information from the system and either manually or with the use of tools abstracts the architecture from it. The architecture is obtained by the reconstruct through a set of hypotheses about the system. Okay, so the reconstruct or extract the information from the system and either manually or with the use of tools of abstract the architecture from written it. So that means in some type of situations we are based upon manually. In some type of situations we are using the tools to extracting the information. So the architecture is obtained by the reconstruct or through a set of hypotheses about the system. So that means here the architecture is obtained by reconstructing through a set of hypotheses about the system. So that means here we are consult the end user also. Why? Because only the end user can able to understand what he wants, what he maybe expect. Okay, so the type of the things will be we are able to retrieve the, so the type of the information will be retrieved from the person only. So according to that information we try to performing the reconstruction. These hypotheses reflect the inverse mapping from the source artifacts to the design. So ideally the opposite of the design mappings, they are tested by generating the inverse mapping and applying them to extracted information and validating the results. So that means, so here we are performing the inverse mapping. In the case of first case, whatever it may be, we are giving the input to the system that will be generating some output. So next that output will be matched to the our desired goal or not. In the type of we are moving that in the first step. But in that mapping here follows the search process from source to the destination. But now we are in the case of reconstruction, search process starts from the destination to the source or maybe the goal state to the initial state. Okay, these hypotheses to most effectively generate these hypotheses and validate them, people familiar with the system must be involved, including the system architect, engineers who have worked on it. So that means who have worked for to the developing software, all these peoples are needed to reconstructing the software. Okay, in this type of we are performing the reconstruction. So up to now we are discussing about the first unit completely. Okay, just only which are main points, only those type of points are we are discussed up to now. So better you try to repeat once again personally. So that will be helpful for in the exam point of view. So the first topic is architecture business cycle. Better you try to remember this diagram. Okay, so we also know about this cycle. So architecture business cycle. So that means here we are repeating some cycle. So which type of cycle it is? Software architecture, and this will be treated as a one of the business also. So that means when we are developing the software, then we are based upon to the number of steps. So all these steps completely referred as architecture business cycle. So that means initially based upon some stakeholders, next based upon some organization, next based upon the experience of the architects, next technical environment. So that means initially developing some software. So for example, if any errors are there, then we try to recover those problems. So which type of how many number of steps are needed to deliver the software to the end users? The complete procedure will be referred as a architecture. I think some of the members, sir, add roll number 550. Please requesting you. Okay, okay, no problem. I will try to add that person. Okay, 515 is present. Okay, no problem. Don't worry about that. Okay, please wait 1 minute. Yeah. Okay, so that means in the first step, in the first topic here, this is the important topic. So which type of factors influencing the architecture? So which type of things are necessary in the architecture? Okay, which type of activities are done in the architecture? So maybe asking the question in different types of ways, but answer is the same. So better you try to repeat the question number of times in the examination hall. Why? Because there is no chance oftenly always asking the question in the direct format. So explain ABC. So not like this. So maybe asking in different types of ways. How you can reconstructing the architecture. So which type of steps are needed for to reconstructing the architecture. So whatever it may be, the question format is different. Okay, so don't try to based upon to the question format. Better you try to questions number of times in the examination hall, not only in our subject. So better in each and every subject. Okay, here we which type of factors are considered: system stakeholders, developing organization, experience of the artists, and technical environment. So that means system stakeholders, so always verify different types of the things, maybe the performance, reliability, availability, and security, modifiability, usability, interoperability, whatever it may be. So different types of things are verified by the system stakeholders. So I'm right or not? When we are using some software, then we are try to verify what is the performance of the software, what is the availability of the software, what is the portability of the software, what is the security of the software. I'm right or not? So in this type of way, different types of things are considered by the stakeholders. So next, some organization is needed to developing the software, and third thing is some type of experience of the architect is also needed. So why? Because in some type of situation we try to record the problems. Okay, and the another one is the technical environment, which type of technology is embedded into the. So these type of things are necessary, and another thing is the software process. So just to simply we can write software designing steps, maybe the SDLC, software development life cycle. So initially collecting the requirements according to requirements, according to the character requirements, forming the design according to the design. So try to implement the code. Next, performing the test. Next, maintenance. Next, release to the end user. So the same steps are repeated here, but here just including some one step. So that will be related to the business. So how much of time is needed? So how to we are doing the market for this software? So how much of amount is needed? How many number of people are needed? How much of time is needed? So like this. So whether it is within the schedule or without out of the schedule. So these type of things are considered. Okay, next one is the software architecture. Software architecture is nothing but set of. So what is the software architecture? So what is a software? Software is a software consists of set of modules, set of elements. So and these elements are and these are able to all these are cooperate to one to another to achieve some particular goal. Am I right or not? So the same thing will be represented here. Software elements. System comprises more than one structure. So that means in some type of situations we are using more than one structure to reducing the complexity in front of the users. Every computing system with software. So that means here we try to maintain the computations for separately. The behavior of each element is a part of the architecture. So that means that is the nothing but responsiveness or maybe the some computations. Okay. Next, architectural pattern. So which type of things are considered into the architecture? So basically here we are consider some set of modules and some set of constraints, and we try to mention in different types of ways. So those are already total set of these constraints will be treated as architectural pattern. Next one is the reference model. Here only mainly we are focused on to the particular modules. Next, in the case of reference architecture, we try to combine the functionality from reference model and architectural pattern. Okay, next architectural views. Views is different from one person to the another person. We also know about this view. So we are already studied in the database. Hello. Hello. Hmm. Okay, some of the persons not using mute, so that's why mute all members. Okay, so just to try to repeat what we discussed up to now. So views are also here we are consider different types of ways of data. So different types, the same data will be presented into the different types of formats according to the user requirement. Here we are consider three types of views: module views, component connector views, and allocation views. So module views are completely based upon to the, so that means the same architecture focus onto the modules. So which type of modules are considered? That is one type of view. Okay. So for example, maybe if we want to buy one car, so different types of users, different types of use. Some of the users, so how it will be look like. So some of the users, so what is the mileage? So that is the point of view. Okay. Some of the users, so what is the seating capacity? So how it will be, whether it is comfort or not. So some of the members maybe focused onto the speed. So in this type of way, different types of users, different types of views on the same data. So in the same way here also, here we are considered three types of views. So when we are designing some software, so we are having the view on the modules. So how many number of modules are there, how they are interconnected. Okay. And another one, whether those type of modules are properly achieving the desired functionality to the end users or not. So in the, according to that type of the views, so here we are considered the three types of views. Okay. In the same way, structures also, module structures, component connector structures, and allocation structures. Okay. And here try to observe the quality attributes. Okay. So all these topics are we are already revised. So I think the name is in place. Here we are maintains the quality. So why? Because always rating of the software or performance of the software based upon the quality only. So if it is degraded, so then automatically affecting the different types of factors. In the previous case, we are already discussed which type of factors influence in the software architecture. So stakeholders, organization, architect experience, and technical environment. All these things are affected if any type of the problems are occurred in the design software. Okay. So next, here we are considering different types of qualities: system qualities, another one is the business quality, and another one is the architectural quality. In the case of system quality, here we are verifying the modules performance, so availability, testability, interoperability. Okay. So like this. So business qualities means, so how to doing the business, how to do the business for this particular software. So how much of time is needed, so in how many number of days are needed to complete the software, like this. So architectural qualities means here, so whether it is supporting to the more number of persons. If the more number of persons access at the same time, then what is the performance of the system. So conceptual integrity, correctness, and completeness. So these type of things are verified into the quality attributes. Okay. And achieving qualities, so runtime system qualities and non-runtime system qualities also. And uh, we are discussing about different types of architecture styles and patterns. Here we are mainly we are considered three types of architecture styles. So data centric, and another one is the layered architecture, and another one is the object oriented architecture. Okay. So and next topic is evolutionary of the delivery life cycle. Better you try to remember all these topics with the some keyword. Okay. Then you try to easily elaborate the topic in the exam. Okay. So if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me now. Just I'm repeating the first unit up to now. So I think I repeat each and every topic. So I try to repeat the second unit in the from the next classes. Okay. Why? Because that's why uh, I stopped the fifth unit in the middle. So that's why please try to repeat yourself, not only our subject. So better you try to repeat each and every subject. So why? Because first minute considered 1 2 3 units. Okay. So if you're having any type of the doubts, you can ask me. So otherwise I will end the session. If any member is having any type of the doubt, you can contact me personally also. So I think all of the members is having my number. So if you want to communicate with me, no problem, personally. Sir, if you able to ask me now, no problem. You can ask me now. I think the first unit material is also available with you. So better I try to send again once. Okay. Better I try to send again. And some of the members not submitting the assignment up to now. So every day I'm repeating the same thing. Actually, you are not submitting the assignment in my cabin actually. So actually you are submitting your soft copies. I'm already listing those type of numbers who are not submitting the assignment up to now. So better you try to submit within the time. Okay. So okay, I will end my session now. Thank you everyone.